Have you ever had someone ask you a simple question? The question is, what exactly do you do in office? And for a moment, you struggle to answer. Not because your work is not important, not because you are not contributing, because so much of what you do happens behind the scenes. You solve problems, you remove obstacles, help people, keep things moving, answer difficult questions. You even prevent things from breaking. And yet, very few people seem to understand the full picture. Sometimes you wonder, does anyone actually know what I do? Would anyone notice if I ever stop? Most professionals don't say this aloud, and many carry this feeling quietly, and it's painful because efforts without understanding can feel lonely. Think about a movie. When people leave the theater, they talk about the actors, the story, the songs, the action scenes. Very few people, I don't think if anyone, talks about the editor. Yet the editor may have spent months shaping the entire experience. The contribution of the editor is real, but visibility is different. Many professionals experience something similar. The work exists, but the understanding never fully arrives. When that happens, most people reach for familiar explanations. For example, my manager doesn't value me. The organization only notices loud people. Hard work doesn't matter anymore. And honestly, sometimes there is truth in those explanations. But what if the explanation is incomplete? What if something else is happening underneath the surface? Imagine attending a large family function, especially Indian family functions. There is an official seating arrangement. Everyone can see it. The elders sit here, the relatives sit there, the guests sit somewhere else. But anyone who has attended a family wedding knows something. The seating chart is not the whole story. Everybody already knows who gets consulted first, who settles disagreements, who people quietly approach before making decisions, who can influence the entire event without holding any official role. The sitting arrangement is the official map, and there is another influence map. Organizations work in a surprisingly similar way. There is the visible map like titles, departments, processes, reporting lines, and there is another invisible map, a map of trust, relationships, reputation, information flow, influence. Now imagine two people doing equally good work. One person's work gets discussed, people talk about it, reference it, explain why it matters, and the other person's work get completed and quietly disappears. The difference is not talent, difference is not even the effort. The difference is the pathway through which the work traveled. And this is where many professionals become exhausted because the brain expects effort and outcomes to connect. When they don't, the mind starts searching. What am I missing? Why wasn't this noticed? What is actually happening? And those questions can follow people for weeks, months, and sometimes years because the mind is trying to understand a system that doesn't yet make sense. It's trying to see a map that nobody showed it. And until that map becomes visible, the questions tend to remain. So, here is something I would like you to observe this week. Don't do anything, just observe. Pick one important piece of work you have done recently. And don't focus on the work itself, focus on its journey. Who received it? Who talked about it? Who understood it? Who explained it? Who benefited from it? Follow the pathway, not the outcome. Because the problem is not the quality of contribution, it's the contribution traveling through a map that hasn't yet become visible. And visibility often begins the moment that map starts coming into view. I'll see you in the next video. The contribution